Hi everyone, I'm going to review the final project that we're doing for English class. Okay, so our final project is called a one-pager. So first question everyone I know will have is, what is a one-pager? And that's okay, because this is different from what we normally do at the end of the year. So a one-pager replaces a test. So instead of having a test on our novel Fever 1793, we're going to complete this project instead. It includes a little bit of each skill that we've done in class this year. So figurative language, supporting a claim with evidence, character traits, cause and effect, things like that. Oops. So what I like about this project is that you can choose what your project is going to look like. Everybody's project is going to look a little bit different. Okay? So I'm going to explain what the parts of the project are next. Okay, so first part of the one-pager, you're going to find in the text, you're going to find 2 examples of figurative language. Okay, from anywhere in the text. Could be simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, but you're going to find 2 of them. Okay. Second part, you're going to answer 2 questions that I give you, and you're going to support your claim, whatever your response, your answer is to the question, with evidence from the text, right? Remember we did claim, evidence, response? So you're going to have 2 of those questions to complete. Okay. Then the third part is important images or pictures from the novel. You're going to pick 3 things that you feel represent the novel. When you imagine Fever 1793 in your head, what do you think of? What are 3 pictures that you think of? And you're going to draw those on your one-pager and explain why they're important in the novel. Okay, and then last is part 4, and part 4 is your choice. You can choose what you want to do for part 4. So part 4, you're either going to pick a character in the novel and describe them. So what are 2 adjectives you could use to describe Maddie or grandfather or mother or Polly or anybody else? And you're going to support those adjectives, those character traits, with evidence from the text. Why do you say that this person is kind? Why do you say that this person is lazy? Okay. Another choice, you could choose to find 2 examples of idioms in the novel and explain what the idioms mean. Okay, remember we talked a lot about idioms with Miss M. And then last, and this choice is only for 6th and 7th grade students. So if you're in 8th grade, you cannot choose this option because I wanted to make this a little bit more difficult for you. But if you're in 6th or 7th grade, you can choose to do a timeline of important events in the novel. Okay, so which are the important events that created the plot of our novel? Okay, so the next thing, what do I do first? What's my first step? Okay, well, first you're going to plan your one-pager. Okay, and you need to complete and submit a graphic organizer. And we started kind of working on that yesterday. So here's what the graphic organizer looks like. Okay, you're going to complete this and you're going to submit it. That's step 1. Step 2 is I will then look at your graphic organizer and tell you, okay, you're finished, or okay, you need to fix this part before you can be finished with your graphic organizer. Okay, then you're going to choose which activity you want to do for part 4 of your one-pager. So remember we talked about how for part 4 you can choose what you're going to do. Step 2 is after I tell you, okay, you're done with your graphic organizer, you're going to choose which of these choices, which of these activities you want to do. Okay. Okay, and then last is step 3. You're going to then use your graphic organizer to complete your one-pager on your big paper. And remember, people that I said are virtual, you have a couple choices to do this. You can either tape 2 normal size pieces of paper together, and I'll show you an example of what that looks like. You can go and buy a bigger piece of paper. The dollar store has them. You can take a big poster board and cut it in half. The dollar store also has poster board. Okay, so you can choose what you want to do, but your paper must be the same size as 2 normal pieces of paper. Okay, remember to be neat and be creative. I want everybody's project to look nice. And you must complete and submit your project by June 1st. Okay, so if you're virtual, that means you are taking a picture close enough so that I can read what you've written, and then you're going to submit the picture. If you don't submit by June 1st, I can't help you. If you don't complete it and submit it by June 1st, you will get a 0. So please make sure that you complete and submit it. Okay, so here's an example of a complete one-pager that I made. So see how I took this picture close enough that I can zoom in and I can read what it says, right? So I have my 3 images. I have my explanation for why did I choose each of those images. I put my figurative language examples up here. I answered my CER questions supported with evidence over here. And then for part 4, I chose to do a character description. So I did a character description of Eliza. Okay, and I supported the 2 adjectives I described her with using evidence. And then, of course, I put the title of the novel right up here, nice and big. Okay? Okay, well, have fun working. I think this should be an interesting project to do, and I think it's more fun than a test. I can't wait to look at your work. Okay, bye-bye.